Hey guys, it's Lee Lake here, partner and goal founder with Viridian International, based out of Adelaide in South Australia. Today we're just going to do a quick getting started webinar to help those of you that are new to the business have the very best start to your Viridian business. What we're going to do is going to be fairly quick, so I'm going to keep it pacey. So please grab a pen and a piece of paper and take down some notes. There's going to be a few actions that you're going to be required to undertake at the end of the webinar, and that's entirely up to you. Now, if you've been in the business for a week, 10 days, a couple of weeks, you'll have already received a welcome pack. In your welcome pack, there's a number of items, but one of the key items is a jumpstart document. If you've got that handy, please pull it out, because we'll be able to fill in the blanks as we go through this getting started process. If not, just use a piece of paper and take plenty of notes. Okay. So the first 4 things that you need to do to get started in this business is, number 1, become a Travel Light member. It can be very hard for you to be able to promote one of our key products, one of the most exciting products in the business, if you're not a member of Travel Light. Okay, the travel product itself is providing us with an opportunity to have a massive amount of growth globally over the next few years. So the quicker you get on board and the quicker you take advantage of this, the better for yourself. Sign up for a personal website. We use the personal website for a number of reasons, but probably the most important reason is we use it to acquire customers for our gas and electricity products. So make sure that you've got a personal website. If you haven't already, make sure that you sign up for it as quickly as possible. You need to get certified through Viridian University so that you can start to acquire energy and gas customers, and we're going to take you through that step by step in the next couple of slides. And lastly, make sure that once you've completed your Viridian University, that you sign yourself up as your very first energy customer. That gives you an opportunity to go through the process and understand exactly what all of your customers are going to have to do, and you can guide them through that. Okay, so getting certified. You would have got an email when you first became an associate with a username and password. So go to your website or go to the vCenter link and log in. Then when you're in there, go across the top menu bar to Viridian University and click on Get Certified. Okay. Once you click on Get Certified, you'll have 2 videos that you need to watch. One is about marketing your business, and the other one is about enrolling customers. You need to do these videos because it covers off the consumer law side of things, so that you know what you should and shouldn't say and what you can and can't do. It's very important so that you stay out of any trouble or potential trouble. To finalize your Viridian certification, you just need to complete 2 easy tests. You get 3 attempts at each test, and they are very, very easy. They've been designed in such a way that it's almost impossible to fail. And providing you pass with 100%, you will be certified. And the link on your personal website to acquire customers will be activated, so that you can start signing up as many people as you want. So becoming a customer, if you have a personal site, this is what your personal site will look like. If you want to acquire customers, or if you want to become a customer yourself, you click on this area here that says Become a Customer. Once you click on that, the micro site will pop up in a separate window. It may look a little bit different to what it does on the screen right now, because it's constantly being updated, but the basics are that you can get a quick quote, or you can switch to Click Now. Now, if someone wants to get an idea of what their savings may look like, they can get a quick quote and they can enter in their usage for the previous quarter bill, and that will give them an idea of what they would have spent with Click over exactly the same period. That will in turn give them an idea of what the forecasted savings would look like going forward. For us right now, we know that there's going to be some savings, so if we click on Switch to Click right now, a window is going to pop up which provides us with 4 easy steps to become a customer. Now, it literally only takes about 3 minutes to become a customer, and there is no special information required. You don't need any particular forms or IDs or anything. You basically just fill in basic information, and within 3 minutes, you're well on your way to becoming a Click Viridian customer. Okay. So step one of the duplicate process of what we'll be covering today is defining your why. What inspired you to seize this opportunity? You know, was it being passionate about the environment, or earning an additional, or just an additional income, reducing some debt, maybe, you know, assistance in paying off the credit cards or getting some of those personal loans down? Was it to travel more? Was it to get out and see the world and enjoy yourself a bit, or start an education fund for your children? Was it to completely replace your income? And look, you know, that's certainly a possibility, and it's on the table for you to take if you choose to. To live life on your terms, you know, to be able to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with whoever you want to do it with. Or was it just to spend some extra time with the family? For myself, it's twofold. I've got two reasons for being involved in the business. One, I've been in business for myself for almost 20 years now, and I spend a lot of time at work. So much so that a few years ago, we were on a family holiday, and on a isolated beach, or a deserted beach. There was only myself, my children, and my nieces and nephews, and I got caught in a rip, a very strong rip, and I almost drowned. If it wasn't for the sake of a surfer that came and got me from out the back, I definitely would have drowned. As I was walking out of the water, I clearly remember the terror in my kids' faces and the tears streaming down their faces, and it really choked me up, clearly, because I made a decision there and then that I needed to change what I'm doing, and focus on spending more time with my family. So the two reasons on why I'm involved with Viridian is, one, clearly I want to be able to spend more time with my family. So having a business that can provide me with a residual income that doesn't require me to turn up for work every day is certainly an attraction. The other thing is that in my traditional business, especially in the current economic environment, you never know what's going to happen. So having a plan B business takes away some of that fear, okay, and gives you a safety net as such. So your why needs to be powerful, and it needs to be emotional. It needs to get you here. Okay, your why should make you cry. Ask yourself how passionate you are about achieving your why. And the more passion that you have about achieving your why, the quicker that you'll achieve it. And the more effort that you're going to put into achieving it, and the more dedication you'll have to achieving it. And make sure that you take the time to write it down. You know, think it through. Make sure that you pull on all the heartstrings, get all the emotions going when you're defining your why. The next step, once you've defined your why, is to make a list of potential business partners that you would like to have in the future. Okay, people that you can help establish their own businesses, and in turn, they will help you build your business as well. We have a fantastic tool called Catalyst, which is an app that can be downloaded to Android or iPhones. Okay. Within the Catalyst app, there are tools for every stage of building your business. However, in this particular situation with making a list, as soon as you open up the app, if you click on contacts and allow it to synchronize with your phone contacts and with your Facebook, you'll have the opportunity to be able to go through individually and select each person that you know as either a hot or a cold prospect. Now, to establish a hot contact, look for one of these qualities. However, don't write people off too soon. Some of the people that I've seen that have succeeded in this industry have come from all walks of life, regardless of age, young or old, regardless of gender, regardless of financial situation, regardless of business acumen. I wouldn't write anybody off, but the key people that you're looking for would have one or two of these qualities, or maybe more. Okay? So they may have a fantastic work ethic, they may have a hunger for success, somebody with integrity or a real people person, somebody that has quality contacts, has a great attitude and is passionate and enthusiastic, somebody that's compassionate, has goals and vision, somebody that's open-minded or has a success mindset. A supportive partner is always very helpful, somebody that's coachable. Okay, somebody that's willing to learn and soak up the information, and somebody that has a strong why themselves. You know, these are some of the key qualities that would demonstrate a hot or a very hot contact and a potential successful business partner down the track. My suggestion to you would be, after this webinar, to sit down with a piece of paper or go through the Catalyst app and identify your first 50 contacts. Okay, so write a list of 50 people as soon as you finish doing this webinar. We move on to the third step in the duplicate process, which is the invite. To invite people to have a look at your business. Now, we don't want to jump onto people and say, hey, I've joined up a new business and we're going to make millions, because you're just going to scare people off. All right. So catch up with people as you normally would. Catch up, you know, if it's face to face over a coffee, or if you're having a beer with someone, or if you're just chatting online via Facebook Messenger or whatever format that you're using, just chat to people as you normally would. Form conversations. When I talk about form, I mean the topics of family, occupation, recreation, and money. These are 4 key topics that you can build conversations around, but do not, at this point, do not talk business. Do not look for windows of opportunity to be able to shove your business opportunity down their throat. It's not going to work. All right. What you need to be doing is listening, active listening. Now, active listening is when you're having a conversation with somebody and you're taking mental notes. Okay? You're going to remember points about the conversation that we'll be able to use down the track a little bit later. You may find an opportunity to share your story and talk a little bit about your why, and feel free to do so. You know, that's your story. Invite them to do a simple favor for you, and just, you know, take a look at what you're doing. It may be for them, it may not be, but if they could do you a favor and have a look at what you're doing. Ask your support person, so the person that brought you into the business, or upline partner, up team partner, for an effective script. So I'll give you one in just a second. Okay? And then you doctor it a little bit to make it your own, so that it sounds like it's actually coming from you, so that you're not sounding like somebody else has written something for you. You know, just make it your own and make it part of your conversation. Keep it short and simple, okay, or keep it short and sweet. Now, contact 5 people, okay? Yes, right now. Okay. And this is what you're going to say to them. Hey, John, I've only got a couple of minutes. When we spoke the other day, you mentioned that Mary was looking for some extra work. And I've been meaning to call you because I really value your opinion. I've recently partnered with an amazing company that specializes in helping people earn an extra income with the flexibility to work whenever you want and from wherever you want. I'd love to show you how this could really benefit the both of you. When are you free so I can share more with you? Monday or Tuesday? Okay, great. Morning or afternoon? Fantastic. 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m. or 11:20 a.m. Okay. What we're doing here is we're using the original conversation that we had with them, either over a beer or over a coffee, the active listening that we were doing to identify that they were talking about Mary looking for some extra work. Now, that had been maybe Mary was looking for some extra work to get back into the workforce, or maybe Mary was looking for some extra work to add some additional income to the family budget. Right? But we've remembered that, and we've been able to implant it into this script. So, hey, John, I've only got a couple of minutes. Now, we want to make sure that this is short and sweet. We don't want to get caught into a conversation trying to explain what the business is and doing a full presentation on the business is. We just want to keep it very short and sweet and ask them to have a look. So I've only got a couple of minutes. When we spoke the other day, you mentioned that Mary was looking for some extra work, and I've been meaning to call you because I really value your opinion. Okay? I've recently partnered with an amazing company that specializes in helping people earn an extra income with the flexibility to work whenever you want and from wherever you want. So we're not talking about a business or a job opportunity. We're not talking about a physical business. Okay, we're explaining to people that it's a business that they can do whenever they feel like it. There's no time restrictions on it or any minimum amount of time that needs to be spent on it. And they can do it from wherever they want. In actual fact, with the Catalyst app, they can do it from the palm of their hand wherever they are. Right? I would really love to show how this could benefit both of you. When are you free? And now we're doing what's called a funnel close. We're saying day or day, AM, PM, time or time. So it's giving your friend or your prospect the opportunity of choice where either decision works in your favor. Monday or Tuesday. Monday, okay, fantastic. Morning or afternoon? Morning, okay, great. 9:15 or 11:20? 11:20, great, we've made an appointment. Now is the step where we can share the opportunity, all right? So never be the message, always let the tools present for you. People are really scared of two things. One, having to learn a lot of information, and the second thing is having to sell to people. So if you're having to memorize all of the information and explain it to them without using any tools, all you're telling them is that they're going to have to learn information as well to be successful in this business. So we want to make sure that we're using the tools, and let the tools do the promotion. Don't get into selling mode, because once again, all you're confirming is one of their second biggest fear, which is the fact that they're going to have to sell to their family and friends. All we're doing, we're just sharing an opportunity. We're sharing some information. So use the video, okay? Use the STP video. And if you don't know where to find that video, check YouTube. Okay? It's available on the Catalyst app. You can access it through Vimeo. It's also on your personal website as well. So there's lots of different ways to be able to share the video, and the video will do 80% of the explanation for you. There's a presentation tear sheet that's in your welcome pack. If you don't have access to a tool like a mobile phone or a tablet or a laptop to be able to show a video to somebody, or somebody doesn't have access to the internet, it's a great way to be able to sit at a coffee shop and do a full presentation to them without having to memorize everything, because the tear sheet pretty much steps you through point by point exactly what area you should be talking about and what you're covering without going overboard. Or if you don't really want to get involved at all in the presentation, invite them to a webinar. There is a webinar happening almost every single day of the week at different times. So make sure that you plug in to the Facebook pages and to imgemv.com.au to find out when the webinars are and get the webinar links. Or you could invite them to an overview meeting if there's one in your local area where somebody else will do the presentation for you, and you can just sit there and smile and let somebody else do the work for you. If they say yes at any point, don't act surprised, just play it cool and sign them up immediately. Okay, now following up. Now, a lot of people worry that with following up, that they're pestering people or they're bothering people. But make sure you understand that the fortune is in the follow-up. Okay. In fact, 80% of sales are made after the 5th follow-up. Now that's a standard stat that goes across all forms of selling. But people like to be followed up. Make sure that if you agree at a certain time that you'll follow up, or a certain day that you'll follow them up, make sure that you stick to that and make sure that you're punctual. Always follow up by phone. Okay? Text messaging is very common in today's society. However, it's a very easy way for people just to be negative or to say no. It's a lot more difficult when you're actually having a conversation with someone. So make sure that you always do your follow-up by telephone, or that you're doing it face-to-face, and that you're actually having a conversation, that it's not by text. So your aim when you're following up is to, if they're not, signing up there and then, is to maybe organise a three-way call. So reach out to your up team to find out who is available to do a three-way call for you. But the great thing about a three-way call is that you're demonstrating to your prospect that they don't need to learn a lot of information, that they don't need to sell anything, that we have a process in place whereby somebody up team will do the legwork for you. So, but simply you get on the phone, you organise a three-way call between your prospect and your up team, and basically you just sit there and listen to the questions and the answers and learn as much as you possibly can, so that down the track, when you start to build a big team, you can participate in a three-way call as the up team member. Attend a webinar if they haven't already attended a webinar, or attend a local business overview meeting where, once again, somebody else will do the presentation for you. Now, one of the key things here, especially in the follow-up step, is if you get somebody to an overview meeting, it's not necessarily for them to learn more about the business. A lot of people just need social proof. They want to understand that there are more people. They want to see that there are more people than just you and them that are interested in this business. So go into an overview meeting where there's a crowd of other associates and other guests there, gives them confidence and gives them social proof that that this potentially could be a good decision, and that there are a lot of other people that are in the that are considering this opportunity as well. So if you have your Jumpstart document available right now, write down or get your up team details and write it down on the Jumpstart document. Okay, now plugging in. All right, plugging in is a really important part. Okay, is to stay engaged. You're not in this business. You're in this business for yourself, but not by yourself. All right. In my traditional business, if I was having troubles, I called my competitors, or I called other people in my industry for advice, they would give me the wrong advice because they don't want to see me succeed. It's completely the opposite in this industry. You can reach out to anybody within your team or across the team to be able to get support and advice, and people will help you all the time. But the best way to stay engaged is to plug in to all of the tools and all of the calls and everything that are available to you to keep you on track. So start by texting I am Gen V to 0456 444 888 for constant updates. Okay, so whenever there's something new, you'll get a text message updating you. Every Monday night, we have a weekly Empower call. Right, so it goes for about 30 minutes. It's a fantastic call to stay abreast of everything that's happening in the business, all the latest announcements, all the updates, all the great stuff that's happening within the business. Now, so write this number down. It's 039 028 0262, and you'll be asked to put a PIN code in once you're connected, and that is 939301. Now those calls take place on a Monday night at 8 o'clock South Australian time, so you can do your time conversion depending on where you are. But it's Monday night, 8 o'clock. Call the number, put the PIN number in, and listen to all the fantastic information that comes out. There should be a local an overview, a business overview in your local area at least once a week. Make a commitment to attend. Okay. Sometimes these meetings, you need the meeting because you have a guest that you want to take along to give them social proof to show that there are a lot of people that are in this business. But other times the business overview needs you, the meeting needs you, because there will be other people bringing their guests along that are waiting for social proof. And if they take them into an empty room, they're not going to get that social proof. The only way we're going to fill the room up is to make sure that we have all of the associates that are in our team turning up to these events at least once a week. And if you can't do once a week, do at least once a fortnight, and stay engaged. Okay. Not only does it help the business, but it also helps you, because the more of these, even though it's the same thing that you see every single week, the more you'll learn about the business, and the more that you'll learn about the opportunity that you have in front of you. The Accelerate events happen every 3 to 4 months, and they're in a particular location around the country. Okay, we've had one on the Gold Coast, we've had one in Adelaide, and the next one we've got coming up is at SeaWorld Noah Resort back on the Gold Coast, and that is happening at the end of July. So contact your UpTeam partner for a discount code. Contact me if you like. I'll give you a discount code so you can save money on your tickets, but register for the next Accelerate event. At these events, major announcements are made. We have UpTeam ambassadors and partners on stage teaching you exactly what you need to do to be able to follow in their footsteps. You know, this is a copycat business. Okay, you just do exactly the same as what they did to get into the situation that they're in, and you will get to that position as well, and you'll be able to make the same sort of money. So make sure that you get to the Accelerate events. Aside from everything that you'll learn, aside from the announcements, the community side of things is absolutely fantastic as well. The people that you meet, being in a room with motivated and positive and excited people is a great way to spend the weekend, and especially it's on the Gold Coast. Be active on the Facebook groups. Okay, there's two groups that I recommend you become part of, or that you get your UpTeam partner to add you to, and that is the Viridian Power Australia Facebook group, VPA group, and the V Team, the TVT Facebook groups. Both of them provide you with constant updates, tips, tricks, training material, recorded webinars like this. There's lots and lots and lots of information that's on there, and it will keep you completely up to date with what's going on. But whatever you do, just get involved. Don't become part of this business with a strong, passionate why, and then go missing in action because it all got too hard. This is a very, very simple business. It's about copying what other people have done to get into their situation. It's about talking to your family and friends and helping them save money or maybe build a business themselves. People have done it before, they've been successful. You just need to plug in to learn how to do it, to stay motivated, to stay focused. So how do we earn money in this business? You probably already know this, but we get paid on customer bonuses, which pays you when you enroll an electricity or gas customer or a Travel Light member. One customer point is worth $20, and as it stands at the moment, when you get 5 points, you can cash in. So when you get 5 points, you get paid your $100. Team bonuses pay you when your team enroll customers. So this is a fantastic way for you to be able to make money without having to put the work in yourself. But basically, you recruit a team of people, you train them to be able to enroll customers, and when they enroll customers, you're going to get paid on that. Of course, they will get paid, but you're also going to get paid. So the bigger your team, the more customers they will acquire, the more money that they'll make, and you haven't had to sell a single customer within the team. Residual payments pay you when your customers pay their bills. So as you acquire customers yourself, and as your team acquire customers, you will get paid money every time they make a payment on their bill. Talk to your UpTeam partner if you haven't seen this or if you haven't heard of it, but it's a fantastic way for getting continuously paid. This is what's called residual income. Michael Jackson still is one of the highest paid entertainers, and he still gets paid on Thriller every single month, despite the fact that he released it once. He's been paid every month since then. He did the work once and he continues to get paid. You do the work once, you enroll a customer, and as long as they remain a customer and as long as they're paying their electricity bill, you're going to get paid a percentage of that electricity bill every single month. And as things grow and as time goes on, that monthly repayment can add up to a substantial amount of money that can make a massive difference to your life. So this is one of the key things in our business that really attracts people, is the fact that you can get residual payments, so you're getting paid every single month for work that you did a long time ago and you never have to do again. Savings matches are completely unique to our business, and it's one of the most exciting things. It doesn't matter which rank you are or whatever rank you're at within our business, you will get paid 80% match of your customers' savings. So if you've got a friend that, maybe once a month goes interstate for a business trip, and they book through your Travel Light site and they save themselves, say, $100. Okay, you're going to get paid $80 of that. Once a month, an extra $80. Well, let's just say that over time you accumulate 100 people that all have access to your website, and at any given month, 10 of those people save $100. So that's $1,000 in total savings. That's $800 a month that's getting paid to you just for sharing a way with your family and friends for them to be able to save money on their travel and do a good thing by the environment. Okay. $800 a month. Just think about what $800 a month could mean to your household budget. That could be a car repayment. It could be a way to pay off the mortgage very quickly. If you don't understand savings matches at the moment, once again, reach out to your up team partner or give me a call, and I'll explain it to you, and I'll explain how amazing it is. If you've just started in the business and you're in your first 28 days, you're in your fast action zone. Okay. In your fast action zone, you get double payouts on customer bonuses. So you can do that up to 3 times. So that effectively means that in the first 28 days, the first 15 customers that you acquire are worth $40 per customer point, not just the 20 that you're getting. So get out there. This is designed to get you motivated to get out there and get going with it as quickly as possible. Don't just sit there and ponder the idea. Don't sit there and just strategize. Get out there and get it done and start acquiring customers. Okay, very important step. Your why will give you passion and motivation, but your goals will give you direction and focus. So make sure that you set some solid goals for yourself. What exactly do you want to achieve, and how fast exactly do you want to achieve that? Write it down somewhere. Write it down in your Jumpstart document. Write it down on a piece of paper, and stick it to your bathroom mirror. Write it down somewhere so that you can always refer to it. On the Jumpstart document, you'll see some of these here where you can make a commitment to yourself. So make your first revolution, so getting 5 customer points in how many days? Okay? It should be within 7 as a tip. Enroll 5 new associates in how many days? Okay? Should be within 30. 5-star director in how many days? If you don't know what a 5-star director is, reach out to your up team and they'll explain to you what you need to do to become a 5-star director. But once again, 30 days. And make how much money? How much money do you want to make, and how quickly do you want to do that? My recommendation would be the person that sponsors you, that you check in with that person every day for the first 7 days, so that you've committed yourself to achieving goals, you've shared your goals with your sponsor, and you want to stay on track. So I'll just, quick 5-minute conversation. This is what's happened today. This is the struggles that I'm having. This is the wins that I've had every day for the first 7 days. Okay. And it's important because if you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up someplace else. As I've said a couple of times throughout the webinar, this business is just a copycat business. Okay, it's about duplication. So we keep it very, very simple so that the next person that comes along can find it easy to duplicate what you've been doing, or you can find it easy to duplicate what the previous person's been doing. So the next step and the final step is to repeat and grow. You will master the basics with practice. You're not going to get off this webinar and master it straight away. Okay? You're going to make mistakes. Okay? You're going to have people that are going to say no to you. You have lots of people that are going to say no to you. That's why your why and your goals are so very important. But you will master the basics with practice. Give it time and commit yourself to it. It's all a numbers game. Okay, it's called the law of averages. The more people you speak to, the more people will join your business. The more people you promote discounted electricity to, the more customers you're going to have. The more people that you talk to about becoming Karma customers or joining Travel Light as a member, the more Travel Light members and the more Karma customers you're going to have. But face facts, you are going to have people say no to you. You are going to have people be negative towards it. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Okay, and just play those numbers games. Commit yourself to at least inviting or starting conversations with a minimum of 3 people every single day, including Saturdays and Sundays. As your team grows, you can start doing a jumpstart meeting or share this video with them, or you do a jumpstart meeting within 48 hours. Okay, commit yourself to supporting them. The more support you give somebody up front, the less time they're going to require from you going forward. Be a coach, be a supporter of them, okay, and you'll just watch them grow and grow. So here are the top 10 actions that you need to take away and act on as soon as you possibly can. So number 1, register as a Travel Light member. Number 2, get certified. Number 3, enroll yourself as the first customer, or find your first customer if you're not in an area that you can sign yourself up. Number 4, write down your why. Take time to really dig deep to make sure it comes from here so that you can feel the passion, you can feel the emotion. Remember, the more passionate you are about achieving your why, the more likely you are of achieving it. Download the Catalyst app and create your 50+ hot list. All right, now we're not just looking for your top hot 50. All right, you don't have to go through and analyze and rank people from 1 to 50. We're looking just for the first 50 names. Once you've written your first 50 names, the next thing you need to do is write another 50 names. And then that will continue and continue and continue. Use the invitation script. Get an invitation script from your up team, but make it your own. Feel free to change the words. Feel free to change the language so that it really sounds like you and it becomes a part of you. Write down your up team's contact details for 3-way calls, really important. Attend the next overview in your area and make sure that you register for Accelerate. And if you are at Accelerate and you see me there, make sure that you come up and say hello. I love meeting new people. Write down your short-term, your mid-term, and your long-term goals. The ones that we spoke about in the goals section with the jumpstart form, they address your short-term goals. But look at mid-term. How quickly do you want to become partner? Long-term goals. Not only do you want to become an ambassador, but it's at what point do you want to join the millionaires circle? At what point do you want to quit your day job if that's what you've chosen to do? Let's set some strong goals on what you want to achieve, but more importantly, when you want to achieve them. And make sure, whatever you do, that you commit yourself to contacting at least 3 people every single day. So at this point, I would normally take questions, but given the fact that we've recorded this, if you have any questions, feel free to message me with questions, or feel free to contact your sponsor or your up team support person, all right, or partner. Just want to say thank you very much for taking the time on this. I wish you the best of luck. Make sure you take those actions right now. Okay, get off of this. Now is the best time to give it a whirl. All right, so thank you very much for your time, and hopefully I'll meet you at Accelerate. Thanks, bye.